Hello everyone, welcome back to the Comic Wasteland. I am Jay, this is H, and we're here spotlighting Mother Panic #1 from Jody Houser, Tommy Lee Edwards, and DC Comics' Young Animal.
Damn right.
We're introduced to Violet Page, who apparently on the surface is your typical,
Rich girl?
rich Kardashian type. Under the surface, Violet hates everything about the socialite lifestyle.
Yep.
And she does not give a fuck about anyone.
Nothing.
So there's this dude that she's been tailing. That's the only reason she seems to be back here. Like she's going to like this big gala event to tail this one dude. Now this one dude, I think his name is Helmsley. I think Helmsley.
Mr. Helmsley.
Yeah, Mr. Helmsley shows his security guard something, and the security guard like runs off, and then it's like off. Helmsley got this look, right? So Helmsley has his other guys try to kill the security guard dude, his like bodyguard dude. Yeah, that's security bodyguard. And Violet springs into action. I think it's an armor she's wearing. It's not really. It doesn't really look like a typical like bat costume.
No, it definitely looks like armor. It looks like kind of like on the Batwing kind of side of things.
Because even the bodyguard remarks like, "Oh, are you one of Batman's agents?"
Like
because
the Bat family,
right, because you know the pointy ears, and one of the best lines of the year, all Violet says is "fuck Batman."
It's like, oh, fuck that guy.
After Violet, takes this guy and gets him to safety, Batman shows up, sees all these bodies knocked out.
He's like, what the fuck?
Because Violet apparently, with this suit of armor, she's like knocking dudes out left and right. I mean, I don't know if she actually has like super strength or it's just because she's wearing a metal suit. But
right. Or she just has a skill. We're not really sure because we don't know anything about her.
So Violet brings this dude back to wherever she's staying, and her mom is still alive.
In this garden.
Yeah, in like this garden, but apparently her mom has Alzheimer's. Yeah. So, she remembers she's lucid for like a second here and a second there, but for the most part she's like in her own world, right? So Mr. Helmsley goes to a person named, after the gala event, he goes to seeks out a person named Gala apparently. Yeah. And Gala's bodyguards are like, you can't really interrupt Gala while she's creating art, okay? And I think it's interesting because, like I said, they're very, nondescript on what this art is. So apparently this lady, Gala, from what we can understand, she's torturing this one dude. And what she's doing is that, like, she's cutting him. She's cutting into people, and like where their blood splatters is how she's making art.
Right, the blood spatter, like exactly. It's kind of, I mean, I don't want to say Andy Well, but it's like some episode out of Dexter for sure. Like, it's intense.
So, Violet is about to interrogate this security guard dude, and she's getting ready to beat his ass. But then the dude's like, I don't know what's going on, but apparently whatever Helmsley is doing, it involves kids.
Right. And fuck this.
And that's when Violet's like, Violet goes into like her mode where now she has to take this dude down.
Like, this is where I draw the line. Well, even the bodyguard himself, he's like, all right, this is where I draw the line.
Right, exactly. And there was like a 4-page backstory where this radio host is like detailing what's going on in Gotham. Again, like this, even though it's a Young Animal book, it is set like in Gotham City. Like I said, there was an appearance by Batman, and even an appearance by Alfred. It looks like
at the end.
In the backup story, and someone kills this radio host on the air. It looks like someone like just walks up and shoots this guy in the back of his head while he's on the air. You see everyone like reacting.
Yeah, like
So interesting first steps into for a Young Animal title. Again,
it's great.
This with Cave Carson are the only 2 Young Animal books so far that directly tie to the DC universe, because like in Cave Carson he met Will Magnus and the Metal Men, and now we've seen that Batman is
he's in the area.
Yeah, he knows something's going on with Violet. So,
I think it's great. Plus, it has, finally it's more adult. They're using like naughty language.
I did like an adult, a mature reader's Gotham book. Jody Houser, she's the writer, and
for a thing called Young Animals, it's kind of interesting that they're so for adults.
It's comics for dangerous humans is the tagline. But Houser, even though she's using foul language, it you know, she the way it's not over the top. It doesn't seem
No, it's not like they're just throwing bad words.
right.
It sounds cool.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, you know, unnecessary. And Tommy Lee Edwards, I've always been a fan of. He did a comic called Turf about you know, vampire mobsters in the 1920s. He did Mark Miller's 1985, which that is a great fucking series if there ever was one. A part of Mark Miller's Miller World, Millerverse, whatever it's called.
Millerverse.
But yeah, this should be interesting because they are building that Violet and Batman are going to collide soon.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's kind of like wrestling. You have to book a guy in a new character in a certain way so you can build them up. So I don't know if Batman's going to just, you know, take out Violet, or Violet's just going to take out Batman to earn some cred. But
yeah, they're going to be like just totally disagreeing on their methods, but it's cool though. I think like Violet is one of the more interesting characters, considering they show you early on like
she's almost like a Punisher type,
right?
Compared to, like, you know, Batman is kind of like the Spider-Man and Daredevil type, and Violet is like the Punisher, you know.
Yeah, she has like an interesting childhood to begin with, right? Like her mom's been ill for the longest time. Then they take her on a hunting trip, and they're like, "Oh, you couldn't kill this deer. All right, let me just kill him for you." But then you're gonna have to learn how to fucking shoot this thing.
Right.
And that kind of sets the tone for know what her life's been like.
Right, because
going forward.
Because apparently it jumps 10 years. I think it said in the back notes that she'd been at boarding school. That's why she became like this party girl. But somewhere in those 10 years is where she developed her the total like dislike for anything relating to the rich upper class.
It's like Haley Atwell in Conviction, except you know, it's just one.
Which was just canceled apparently.
It was. Like, wow. One weird day away from like becoming fucking Mother Panic.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
But no, it's cool, man. At least give it a try. It's definitely worth, you know, the few minutes of enjoyment. And
yeah. Until next time. Thanks, guys.